Hello, my sister. Welcome in that TV show. Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining wherever you're joining from. You're welcome. Thank you for joining. Please share the video, share the broadcast on your channel, share it on your Facebook, share it on your platform, any platform where you belong. You can share it on your private channel, your groups where you belong, share it. I'm very fine. Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you. Okay, my sister. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Welcome, fellow Biafrans. Thank you for joining wherever you're joining from. Thank you for connecting. You're all welcome from all corners of the world, wherever you're joining from. Thank you, my sister Ugonna family. Thank you for joining, my sister. Thank you so much. Thank you for connecting. You're welcome, my sister, the Ugonna family. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Please share the video on your platform. Share on your WhatsApp group. Share to family and friends so that people can join us. Let's continue to share views and express ourselves. Give out the information the way it's supposed to be. We must continue. They can't stop us. No matter how they try to stop us, they cannot succeed. We will continue to preach the message. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining wherever you're connecting from. If you're joining from Biafra land, you're joining from any part of the world, I welcome you to this broadcast, a place where we share views and let the world know what is going on in Biafra land. We will continue to send out the message, we will continue to preach the gospel, we will continue to let the world know the situation. They can't stop us. Their distraction cannot stop us. No matter how they try to stop us from sending out the informations, we will continue to say it exactly the way it is. We'll say it the way it is without minding, without looking back, letting the world know what is actually going on. As you all know, we are in the final stage of the restoration of Biafra, and don't allow yourself to be left behind. Don't be left behind. Nobody can afford to be left behind, not now. Not now. We cannot afford to be left behind. The time has come when we have to take our freedom. The time has come when we have to take our freedom and do the needful. There is no more time to waste, no more time to be sleeping around, no more time to be waiting for one thing or the other. It is high time for us to take our freedom in our hand. It is high time for us to take responsibility of our situation, take responsibility of what is happening and what we are doing. The time is now, not tomorrow. Every Biafran, wherever you are living on the planet Earth, this is the time for you to stand up and fight for your freedom. We have been crying and shouting for a very long time. We have been shouting on top of our voices. But now is no longer time for crying and shouting alone. It is time for action. And when we talk about the time for action, every single Biafran have to participate in this very action. Don't be distracted. Don't be distracted. This is not the time for distraction. This is time to be focused. Focus. Forward ever and backward never. The situation we are now is a critical situation. I said it from the beginning of this year that 2022 will determine the fate of the Biafran struggle. 2022 will determine the fate of Biafran struggle. And so many of them who claim to be one Nigerians are looking forward towards their so-called 2023 election, which we know will never hold. It is becoming much more clearer that 2023 election is a scam. It's a scam, and because nobody wants to participate in it. The Biafrans don't want to participate in it, the Oduduwans don't want to participate in it, and even the Middle Belters don't want to participate in it. The only people who are pushing forward this agenda of 2023 election or whatsoever is the Fulani Caliphate, using their own stooge, those people who they have planted among the Southerners. They are the people who are pushing forward their 2023 agenda. 2023 agenda is dead on arrival. It's dead. 2022 will determine the fate of the indigenous tribe in Biafra land. Indigenous tribe in the country called Nigeria. Every single indigenous tribe. You see, I always say it, when you see people thinking that the struggle in Nigeria is about the Biafran people, you are making a mistake. If you think that the struggle we are talking about, the fight we are fighting for, is just for the Biafran people, you are making a great mistake. You are making a great mistake, because injustice against one is injustice against all. Injustice against one is injustice against all. That is why every single Biafran have to stand up wherever you are and prepare yourself for what is about to happen. Prepare yourself. Every single indigenous tribe in the country called Nigeria have to wake up. Stop sleeping. Wake up. Wake up. The Biafran people have done a lot. We have done so much to wake you up. But thereby you refuse to wake up, that is your own cup of tea. If you allow the breeze that is blowing in the country called Nigeria to blow you away, that is your own cup of tea. The time that we are in is the time that every single person, every single indigenous tribe in the country called Nigeria has to wake up. This 2022. Their electionary year, the year they will come out with all manner of propaganda, all manner of lies, the year that their evil will be revealed. And it's becoming more clearer. It's becoming more clear. Even those who perpetrated this evil, even those who orchestrated this evil, today they are coming out to confess and say that finally the contraption called Nigeria is coming to an end. If you are one of those who doesn't believe that the contraption called Nigeria is coming to an end, you are a time waster. Stop deceiving your people. Stop deceiving people. If you are not ready to take your destiny into your own hand, allow those who want to take their destiny into their own hand to go ahead and do it. You can see so many people. The people that put this very trouble in the neck of the Biafran people, the people that impose this very problem in the heart of every indigenous person in the country of Nigeria, the people that force the contraption called Nigeria into the mess they are in today, they are now confessing that Nigeria cannot survive 2023. And when they say Nigeria cannot survive 2023, it is not a mere hearsay. Our Supreme Damazin Narikan have talked about it. So many of us have been crying about it on our platform, waking people up to stand up and stand with their people. If you are an Oduduwa person, stand with Oduduwa people. Stand with Oduduwa and ask for your own people. Fight with your own people to redeem yourself. If you are from the Middle Belt, stand with the Middle Beltans and continue to call for your freedom. If you're a Biafran, stand with the Biafran people and continue to call for your freedom. That is the right thing to do, and the time is now, not tomorrow. The time for every single human being to stand up and begin to demand for that which is right is now. It is now, not tomorrow. It is no longer something that I want to have to preach. You don't have to preach much. You don't have to say much, because every example and every pointer to show you that Nigeria has come to an end is there. But what are you doing? How are you preparing yourself for what is coming? How are you preparing yourself? Mainly those people who are from the contraption called Nigeria, those who are talking about one Nigeria, those who find themselves in that contraption called Nigeria. How are you preparing yourself? Thank you so much, Adetutu. God bless you. Thank you for joining. How are you preparing yourself? Every single indigenous tribe in the contraption called Nigeria, the time has come for you to redeem yourself. The INEC chairman who forced this Muhammadu Buhari into Nigeria, the INEC chairman that Jega, what is he called? Is it Jega or whatever he's being called? Professor Jega, that forced Muhammadu Buhari, the late Muhammadu Buhari, to the caliphate, that forced Muhammadu Buhari to that contract called Nigeria. Today he is confessing that Nigeria might not live after 2023. Nigeria might not exist up to 2023. That Nigeria will not survive 2023. Even the present INEC chairman is saying the same thing. So many other people are still saying the same thing, including the northern elites. They are saying that 2023 will mark the end of the contraption called Nigeria. You are watching the end of that contraption coming before your own very eyes. How are you getting prepared? How are you preparing yourself? British can no longer continue to hold us captive. Everybody is now awake. Our Supreme Damazin Nandekano has sent the message across. Every child today have that message running in their blood vein. Mainly the Biafran people. The Biafran people have pushed that message that it has sunk into the bone marrow of every indigenous tribe in the country of Nigeria. Not only for the Biafrans. And today, everybody is preparing what is about to come. It is no longer time for talking. It is time for action. As for Biafra, the Biafran people are already ahead. The Biafran people are already ahead, standing and fighting tooth and nail to make sure that they get their freedom. Putting every required thing in place to secure their land. You that call yourself a Biafran, what are you doing to support the movement? What are you doing to support the restoration of Biafra? Because the restoration of Biafra is closer than ever. Closer than ever. The Janjaweed thing by holding Mazen Nandekano incommunicado, they are going to stop the movement. That by holding Mazen Nandekano, they can hold him and run the election. But I tell you, they have misfired. They have misfired. We have been saying that there are so many Mazen Nandekano in Biafra land that they expect. The bone and blood of Mazen Nandekano is running in the vein of so many of us. The blood of Mazen Nandekano is running in our vein. There are so many Mazen Nandekano. Some people who are even tougher and harder than Mazen Nandekano, there are so many of them. I can tell you that Mazen Nandekano is a very peaceful man. Mazen Nandekano has been so peaceful, a very innocent man and peaceful. He has not shed any innocent blood. Mazen Nandekano has not called for war. Mazen Nandekano only called for self-determination through referendum. Mazen Nandekano did not declare war on anybody. Mazen Nandekano only established a security outfit to protect his own from the terrorists that are taking their lives. When he established the ESN, he made it clear to everybody. He made it clear. His announcement that the Eastern Security Network was established to protect the people from the Fulani terrorists in our bushes. The ESN have no business in the cities. They are working in the bushes protecting our people. But because the ESN are working on the bushes, instead of them being given support by the politician, by the elite, what do? They begin to form their own anti-ESN. Today, they have decided to go and bring the terrorists and give them uniform to begin to kill Biafran people. We have seen them in so many videos where they go to Biafran land, burning houses of innocent people, killing innocent people, taking the life of innocent people, destroying their homes and their businesses. Nobody is talking about it. The conventional media never ever report the atrocities happening in Biafra land. Even as you're watching this video, so many Biafrans are losing their life. So many Biafrans are losing their property. Biafrans are losing their land. Biafrans are losing their livelihood. As you're watching this video, the most painful aspect is that the people who are supporting this very genocide, who are supporting these atrocities, are Biafran people who are from Biafra land, who are bearing Biafran name, people who claim to be the representative of the Biafran people. It is no longer a hidden agenda that the people that are fighting the people that are killing us are our own governors, our own politicians, our own elites from Biafra land, elites and politicians from Biafra land. They are the people who were supposed to represent us and speak our mind. Today, they are the people who are inviting the Janjaweed military to take the life of their own people. Simply because badly, I don't know what is going on. The network is troubling and trying to hinder our message, but we cannot stop. No matter how they try to attack the program is always getting attacked from all angles, making sure that we don't broadcast. But I will never stop. No matter how they try to hinder me, try to stop me, even if it is one person that is watching, I will continue to preach the message. Others can watch later. You can see that I have brought death, but Biafrans can no longer fold their hands. Today, Biafrans have made a declaration to defend themselves. The military have taken enough life. They have occupied the land. The invasion, enough of the invasion. We can't take the invasion anymore. And Biafrans have decided that from 15th of this month, we do not want to see any military operation in Biafra land. They can be in their barracks, do whatever they want to do in their barracks. But for the military to go to our villages, our cities, our places, and begin to take the life of innocent people and burn their homes, we will not tolerate that anymore. Biafrans people have taken their destiny to their own hand, and we will start to act from the 15th. And we are going to start the operation from those people, those Biafran people who are supporting the evil in the land. Every Biafran senator, every Biafran House Assembly member, every Biafran governor that is supporting the invasion of Biafra land by the military, you will have the Biafran people to contend with. Biafran people will come against you with all their minds, with all their strength, and we will make sure we take you out. You go and report to God what you have done to your own people. It is no longer time for talking. We have cried enough. We have talked enough. We have shouted enough. We are going to take our destiny into our own hand. Nobody is going to give us freedom. Nobody will give us freedom except we take our freedom. Nobody is going to give it to us. And the time is now. Biafran people are ready to take their freedom. We are ready to take our freedom in our own hands. Enough of the shedding of blood of the innocent. Enough of the crying. We can't continue to share our fears anymore. Biafrans have taken up their destiny into their own hand, and we are going to defend our land. Starting from the 15th of this month, we will defend our life by all means possible. And everybody that is involved in what is happening in Biafra land, everybody who is involved in bringing war to Biafra land, we are going to take that war to their doorstep. The Biafran people, and if you think it is a joke, Biafran people are gearing up to enforce every word that has been said. And anything that is happening today is not working according to the order of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have been held incommunicado. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is in the hand of the enemy. And today, Chukwu Okike Abiama have given every Biafran the authority and right to fight for their freedom and take their freedom. And that is exactly what we are doing. Chukwu Okike Abiama is using individuals, Biafrans, to speak to every Biafran person. And our brother Simon Ekpa is doing a great job. Chukwu Okike Abiama is speaking through our brother Simon Ekpa. And every Biafran is buying to that idea because it is right thing to do. That is the only way we can get our freedom. Nobody can give us our freedom. We want to take our freedom by ourselves because freedom is not given. It is taken. The declaration has been made. From the 15th of this month, Biafrans will start defending themselves. We will start building a proper defense for ourselves. We don't want to see any military operation in Biafra anymore. We have died enough. We have cried enough. We have cried enough. We have complained enough. It is now time for us to take our destiny into our own hand. And Biafran people are ready to do that. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying. It doesn't matter what anybody is doing. It doesn't matter where the attack is coming from. It doesn't matter the region they're coming from. We will continue to fight for our freedom until Biafra comes. And whatever happens from now onwards, nobody should hold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu responsible because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is no longer giving order to what happens in the Biafra struggle. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is no longer giving order. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is in the hands of the DSS. They are torturing him on a daily basis, day and night. Nobody has access to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We don't even know the state of his health. We don't even know if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still there or not. We don't know where they have taken him to. We don't know where they have taken him to. That is why today we have to take our destiny into our own hand. The call has been made for a very long time. When we say that it is only Biafran people that have to free Biafra, people think it's a joke. Now you have seen it much more clearer. When we say that the freedom of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and the freedom of Biafra is in the hand of the Biafran people themselves, you think it's a joke. Today you are seeing it much more clearer than ever. It is more clearer today that no human being will free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu except the Biafran people. You can see our lawyers today are helpless. The lawyers today are helpless. We cannot continue to be silent. And I must tell you, if you think that the coming of Biafra is still far away, you better think again. The coming of Biafra is very, very close. And that is why every single Biafran, wherever you are, you have to wake up now to join the civil disobedience. Civil disobedience is a legitimate right of the people to air their opinion and to show their disapproval of what is happening in their area. That is civil disobedience. Civil disobedience is allowed. It's a legitimate way of showing your grievances on what is happening in your area. When we call about civil disobedience, we are not calling people to take up arms. We are not calling people to kill anybody. We are asking that Biafran people should disobey everything that is happening in that Janjaweed country, any law they have put in place, to let them know that we're not part of them. Starting from the seat at home. Starting from the seat at home. Initially, some people were peddling some lies, including their governors, Johannes and Digbo, whatever, peddling lies that the seat at home is affecting only Biafra land. But today it's becoming more clearer than ever. It is now much more clearer than ever. If you can't believe us, at least you can now believe some people who are not talking. You saw the video that was made by our brother Kanayo Okanayo. In the video of Kanayo Okanayo, where he was asking Muhammadu Buhari to let Mazen Nnamdi Kanu go, you saw what he said, that the seat at home is real. It is not a joke. And the seat at home is having a strong effect. The seat at home we are having is having a strong and marvelous effect. That is why we must have to continue to hold on it. It is civil disobedience. On the fourth stage, you see the way they are crying. If we can be able to achieve their attention, achieve the drawing of their attention, and make every meaningful person be talking about the seat at home, be talking about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu through the seat at home, we can do more. We can do more if we impose the economic sanction. If we succeed in imposing the economic sanction, we can do more and we will achieve much more than we expect. That is why every Biafran have to wake up. The economic sanction we are canvassing, the economic sanction we are calling upon against the Janjaweed, you have to participate in it. Nobody is going to enforce it for you. You will enforce it by yourself. I will enforce it. You will enforce it. Every single Biafran, wherever you are, will join on the enforcing of the economic sanction to the Janjaweed government. Don't give your money to the local government. Don't give your money to the state government. Don't give your money to the federal government. Everything that has to do with the caliphate, do not participate in it. Do not participate in it. If we can be able to get compliance, at least even 30% compliance in economic sanction, let me tell you, Biafra will be at the doorstep knocking. Mazen Nandekano will be released unconditionally. That is our only solution. That is our weapon. Do not leave that weapon. Even those who are trying to talk against the sit at home today, they have realized their mistake. Some of them that has conscience have realized their mistake today. That sit at home is a very great weapon. And Biafran people, Chukwu Okike Abiam will continue to strengthen Biafran people in Biafra land. Every single Biafran in Biafra land, Chukwu Okike Abiam will continue to strengthen you. Every single day you give out for Biafra, every single day you give out for the freedom of our people, you will recover everything that you have lost in double fold. Everything you lost in the course of Biafra, you will recover it in triple fold. Chukwu Okike Abiam will never leave you. Continue your struggle. I appreciate everybody in Biafra land. They are doing a marvelous work against all odds, against all the campaign, against all the attack, against the inside attack. Biafran people are still obeying, sitting at home on their own to air their opinion. And we want this sit at home to let us increase it. Don't loosen it up. We have to tighten the sit at home up more. Tighten it up more. Any place you are, tighten it up more. Tighten it up more. The Sunday sit at home, let us increase it and tighten it up more. Today it has become much more clearer that the sit at home we are calling for on Sunday is not attack against Christianity. It is not attack against it. It is another way to air our opinion, to let the world know what's happening, to make the people who are supposed to talk to be talking. It is not an attack against the Christianity. And recently, you saw a pastor who came on the platform of someone ever, who has been observing sit at home on Sunday since January. Since January, he has been praying and observing the sit at home on Sunday, every Sunday. He doesn't hold church service on Sunday, just to make sure that the plight of the Biafran people remain on the front border, just to make sure that the voice of Mazen Nandekano continue to be on top of the page. This is what we have to do. As they are planning their election, which we never hold, we will continue to make Mazen Nandekano the talk of the day. We will continue to force them to discuss Mazen Nandekano. We will continue to force them to discuss Biafra. We will never allow them to change the narrative. How are you going to do that? You will do that by embarking on civil disobedience, a massive one. Engage in it more than you have ever done. Engage in it more than you have ever done. If there is something you are not yet doing, start doing it now. If you are sitting at home, this is the time to sit at home much more than ever. If you're praying, this is the time to add fasting to your prayer. The economic sanction, every single person doing business in Biafra land, you have to engage yourself in that very economic sanction. Every market leader, anybody that's a market leader, any business that you do in Biafra land, stop paying your revenue to the local government, to the state government, to the federal government. Keep the money to yourself. It will be useful. Stop sponsoring those who are killing your brothers and sisters. Stop sponsoring those who are burning your markets, who are destroying your homes, who are destroying your livelihood. How long shall we continue to listen? How long shall we continue to permit this evil to continue to happen? It is because we are permitting it. That is why they continue to perpetrate this evil. It is not a... If Biafrans do not wake up, if we don't wake up and free ourselves, nobody anywhere can free us. Nobody can free you. It is only you and I that can free ourselves. And the time is now. The time is now. You can see them feeling the pain. When you check out what is happening in the world today, look at what is happening in the world, and you find out that the world is changing and evolving. As the world is changing and evolving, Biafran people, we have to change and evolve with it. This is the time for us to take the opportunity to change the narrative. The Biafrans, this is an opportunity for you to change the narrative and take your freedom by force. You can see the war that is going on all over the world. Mainly the war that is going on in Ukraine. The whole world is talking about it. But Biafran people have lost more people than Ukraine have lost. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's preaching about it. Nobody's speaking up about it. This is where we have found ourselves. And only you and I can free ourselves. Only Biafran people can free Biafra. Only the Oduduwa people can free Oduduwa. Only the Middle Beltans can free the Middle Beltans. The time that we're in is not the time to gossip. It is not the time to look at your shoulder and begin to talk against your brother and your sister. It is not the time to talk against your neighbors. It is the time to unify together and take our liberation. Every indigenous tribe in the country of Nigeria, this is the time to free yourself. This is the time to free yourself from captivity. Every one of us now know that the 2023 is a scam. It's a scam. They only want to deepen the captivity. They only want us to help them and cement the slavery. Are you going to be part of the signature that will cement the slavery of your unborn children? This is the opportunity that we have to liberate ourselves once again. You can see them, they are scared. They are scared from everywhere. They don't have anything to offer anymore. No more lies. There is no more lie they can tell. Every single lie they have used to deceive in the past, they are now in the open. They are now in the open. What else are they going to use to deceive you? If not that you are deceiving yourself. Anybody that is being deceived in their country of Nigeria today is deceiving him or herself. Don't say anybody deceive you. If you are being deceived in the country of Nigeria, it is you that deceive yourself. Nobody deceive you. Every deception in that country of Nigeria have been buried. Nothing is the deception anymore. They promise you restructuring. When this late Muhammad Buhari, that the imposter is representing today, when he was coming into power, they promised restructuring. They shouted about it, talked about it on different platforms. But when they got to power, what happened? They ran away from it. They don't even want to hear the restructuring. They pretend that they don't know the meaning of restructuring. Today, talk about restructuring. They say they don't know the meaning. They say they don't know the meaning of restructuring. They'll be asking you, which restructuring are you talking about? When it was them, they said that campaign for restructuring. Today, after 8 good years, what else are they going to tell you? What do you want to hear again? Even those who bought the idea today have said that Nigeria has come to an end. They say Nigeria has come to an end. You see those who are coming to talk about Igbo presidency. Another scam. Another scam. Even when they know that there is no pointer to show that anybody from that extraction will be a president. And even if somebody from that extraction becomes a president, Nigeria will become worse than it is today. Try and give somebody from the southeast, try and give somebody, an Igbo man, a president in that country of Nigeria. Nigeria will be worse than it is today. Who are they going to give it? Go and check people who are presenting themselves. People who don't care about you, who don't care about me. People who do not care about their region. People who cannot win election in their own local government. They are the people that are coming out. And they are the people, eventually, if they choose somebody, they are the people that are available to be chosen. All the well-meaning people who have their people at heart can never ever be chosen by the Caliphate or British. They will never support them. If you are supporting Biafra, if you are the one of those who care about your people, it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your religion. As long as you care about your own people, you will never have any role to play in that contraption called Nigeria, the British company. And that is the obvious truth. The only time we will begin to have a sane nation, the only time we begin to have people who are patriotic to a nation is when this contract called Nigeria is being disintegrated. When you break it up, every ethnic group will go to their separate ways. The Oduduwa people will go their separate ways. The Biafrans will go their separate ways. The Middle Beltans will go their separate ways. Among these three groups, there are still nations in them. Every nation will stand on their own. Our Supreme Amazing Nanikan has talked about it. He has preached about it. He has said it several times. That when it comes to the issue of Biafra, Biafra is a big nation. Biafra is a country comprising so many nations. And he said that when Biafra comes, that these nations will stand on their own. Every nation in Biafra, it doesn't matter if you are 3 people, it doesn't matter if you are 4 people. As a nation, you will be on your own. Control your resources, do whatever you want to do with it. Those are the kind of nation we want. A nation where the people will, by their own self, write a constitution, sign up to a constitution that they will follow. How do you expect anybody to be patriotic to Nigeria? There is no single person that is patriotic to Nigeria. Not even the late Muhammad Buhari, not even Obasanjo, not even all these people that are parading themselves as patriotic. None of them are patriotic to Nigeria because Nigeria is a company established to serve the Britain, not to serve any indigenous tribe. Nigeria was not established to serve any indigenous tribe. It was established to serve the purpose of British, to make sure that the mineral resources in Nigeria continue to move to Britain, to make sure that the oil continue to flow to Britain, gas continue to flow to Britain, free of charge. That is why they established the contractor called Nigeria. And not until Nigeria gets independent and be on their own, every nation on their own, it is only that time that you will see people who will hit their chest and be patriotic to their own nation. Ududua people will now write a constitution that will represent the Ududua people, will represent the affairs of Ududua, they represent and protect the Ududua people. Biafrans will write a constitution that will protect every single Biafrans. The Middle Belters will write a constitution that will protect them, including the northern part, the Arewa people. The Arewa people will equally write a constitution that will protect them. Arewa will stand up and fight against the terrorists that have taken over their land. If you think that the terrorism in Nigeria will stop, the way Nigeria is being structured, you are wasting your time. The terrorists will continue to have upper hand. They will continue to control the northern part of Nigeria because the leaders are focusing on the wealth in the southern part of Nigeria. They are concentrating on destabilizing the southern part of Nigeria and leaving the terrorists to take over the north. They are being distracted with the south. Until when you break it up, you break that interest, then people can now look inwards. When you break the interest, people can now look inwards and see how they can be able to better their life. The togetherness of Nigeria is causing laziness, causing debt, causing insecurity, causing bad economy. That is what the amalgamation have caused. That is what amalgamation have caused. And the people you call your founding fathers knows about this problem. They knew that this is where it's going to head to. They knew. That is why they say that the north and the south is not compatible. It's not compatible, and both cannot be able to survive together. It doesn't matter how you try to force them together; they will never be together. Water and oil cannot mix. Water and oil cannot mix. They will always separate. They will always stay separate. Why are you still forcing people to be together? People who are not meant to be together. People who don't have anything in common. People that don't have anything in common and whatsoever. We don't have anything in common. The north and the south don't have anything in common whatsoever. They don't have anything in common. We can be able to understand our Yoruba brothers. The Biafrans can be able to associate with the Yorubas. They can understand certain, to an extent, they can understand Yoruba people. Even the Middle Belters, the Biafrans can understand the Middle Belters to an extent. The Yorubas can understand the Middle Belters to an extent. The Middle Belters can understand the Biafrans to an extent. But when it comes to the core north, there is no understanding whatsoever. This is a place where they believe on terrorism, where they believe that it is either you follow their own way or there is no way. Our own value and their value system is not the same. The value system in the south is almost the same, but when you come to the north, the value system in the north is not the same with the south. It's not the same in the south. In the northern part of Nigeria, somebody in the north will believe that it is okay to trek from Maiduguri to Port Harcourt with a cow. Somebody in the northern part of Nigeria, in the core north, believes that it is okay to trek from Maiduguri to Port Harcourt with a cow. But somebody in the southern part of Nigeria, somebody in the Middle Belt, somebody in Odua land, somebody in Biafra land does not believe that it is the right thing to do. In the southern part of Nigeria, we do not value animals more than human beings. Human life comes first before animal. But when you come to the core north, they value their cow more than human. They always make comparison with human being and cow. That is why they can go boldly to a farm where our life depends on. A farm in an area where they know the life of human being depends on. They will destroy it. They will bring out the food that are meant for human and serve to their animals to eat. They will take the life of human because of their animals. It doesn't happen in the southern part of Nigeria. So how can you continue to force these people to be together? We don't have the same value system. It doesn't matter how you try. It doesn't matter how you try to blackmail. It doesn't matter how you try to push it. It will not work. It can never ever work. The two can never be together. We can't be together. We are not the same people. Stop forcing us together. Stop forcing it. You see them peddling their lies. They bring their lines. You see them, they come to the convention and they tell you, say, there is unity in diversity. Unity in diversity. Strength in diversity. Which strength do you see in the diversity in Nigeria? Can you tell me one strength you see in the diversity in Nigeria? With all the strength you see in the diversity in Nigeria, Nigeria cannot produce what it will eat. With all the strength you see in diversity in Nigeria, Nigeria do not have a military that can defend them. With all the strength and diversity in Nigeria, Nigeria is still asking to go and borrow people from abroad to come and fight for them. With all the diversity you see in Nigeria, there is nothing to show for it. The only thing that you see in Nigeria is injustice. Injustice, sectionalism, injustice. That is what you see. That is what you see. Institutionalized injustice in their constitution. A quota system. A system whereby an educated person will be relegated to the background and uneducated people will be lifted up and be celebrated simply because the person is from a certain region. A country where simply because of your name, you'll be denied an appointment of a job. You'll be denied a job. Simply because of the name you bear. Simply because of the area you come from. You cannot contest for certain posts. Even before submitting your CV, you already know that you're not accepted. Except when you decide to play ball by sacrificing your own people. Every single person you see in the southern part of Nigeria, mainly Biafran land, that occupied an important position in that caliphate country, in that British company called Nigeria, any single Biafran or any southerner that you see occupying an important position in that British company must have sacrificed one thing or the other. Must have sacrificed the blood of the innocent in one way or the other. When you see them talking, go and hear what they say. They never stand in solidarity with their people. When something happened in the north, they will be the first people to come and condemn it. But when something happened in their own area, they will never condemn it. They will never speak about it. They will never comment about it. Look at the rates. Biafran land has been militarized. Biafran land is under occupation by Nigerian military. Biafran land is under occupation. No single politician is shouting about that. No single politician is talking about it. Instead, they are coming in their House of Assembly. The lawmakers are coming in their House of Assembly, telling the federal government to bring more checkpoints in Biafra land. Citing insecurity. Even when they know that the insecurity itself is being caused by the military that have invaded Biafra land. It is the military that have invaded Biafra land that is causing the insecurity in Biafra land. But the politicians will not stand up to this. They will not come and talk about it. They will not speak about it. Instead, every one of them will relax. Every one of them will relax. They will tell us what to do and what not to do. When we want to speak, they will tell us not to talk. You don't have any right to speak. Every right that have been taken away from Biafra land, they want to make sure they take away our identity. The caliphate is trying by all means possible to take away identity. They don't want us to talk. They don't want us to complain. They don't want us to play any role. They don't want us to say something when we need to say something. How long shall we continue to listen to that evil? How long shall we continue to permit that? Enough is enough. Biafrans have died enough. We have died enough. And the time is now for us to defend ourselves. Civil disobedience. Civil disobedience. That is where we are now. That has become the greatest weapon in the struggle for Biafra. The greatest weapon to free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Civil disobedience. When the members of IPOB were broadcasting on various platforms speaking about it, people thought it's just bloody. Some say we are just making noise. But today, you can see that more people are confessing that civil disobedience remains the only alternative to the issue. When we say that civil disobedience is crippling the economy of the Janjaweed, some people say, no, the civil disobedience is affecting only Biafran. It is not affecting only Biafran. Civil disobedience is affecting every single state in that contraption called Nigeria. The contraption called Nigeria is feeling it hot. They are feeling it hot, and we don't have to loosen it. We have to tighten it more. Tighten the civil disobedience. The sit at home, tighten it more, tighten it more. Let the sit at home on Sunday increase. Let the churches begin to complain the way the government is complaining. Let the churches, those reverends, those pastors who have refused to speak up, let them start speaking in their platforms. Let them begin to call for the release of Mazen Nandekano. That is the only solution. It is the release of Mazen Nandekano that will put an end to the sit at home. The release of Mazen Nandekano will put an end to the economic sabotage. The release of Mazen Nandekano will put an end to the insecurity. If you refuse to release Mazen Nandekano, wait for what is coming. Wait for what is coming. We have cried enough. We have talked enough. We have called enough. We have shouted enough. Nobody seems to hear us. International community, keep a blind ear to what is happening. The politicians in Biafra land close their ears to the cry of the Biafran people. The Janjaweed close their ears. Every single people have deserted us. They left us to our own fate to continue to die. But are we going to leave ourselves and watch ourselves being killed? No. We have to protect ourselves. And that time for self-defense is now. The time is now. Biafrans have waited enough. We have cried enough and waited enough. And the time is now for us to rise up and take up our freedom. The time we have waiting for has come. The time every Biafran have been waiting for has come. So wherever you are on the planet Earth, call back home Biafra land. If you have anybody in Biafra land, if you don't have, continue to pray for Biafra land. Continue to pray. Because starting from the 15th of this month, you're going to begin to hear different news. You are going to begin to hear different information from different angles. From the 15th of this month, you are going to begin to hear different music from different angles on how Biafra restoration is going to be achieved. It doesn't matter the attack you bring. It doesn't matter the propaganda you bring. It doesn't matter where area you are coming from. The time is now for Biafran people to free themselves. And we will take our freedom by force. We are going to take our freedom by force. No matter what anybody is saying, no matter what anybody is doing, no matter the angle they are coming from, we will take our freedom. No man born of a woman can stop it. No man born of a woman can stop our freedom. We will fight till the last man standing. Biafran restoration is now. If you think there is still more time, there is no more time. There's no more time. That time that Mazen Nandekano have talked about, a time that we have to do everything possible to get Biafra, that time has come. Tighten your belt. Tighten your belt. If you're a prayer warrior, prepare to pray more. If you're participating in sit at home, prepare to sit more than ever. If you are a trader in Biafra land, prepare for the economic sanction. Nobody is going to enforce it. We are going to enforce it by ourselves, the Biafran people. But for the military that are invading our land, the ESN are going to take care of them. Starting from 15th of this month, after 15th, anybody that is acting as informant, bringing the Janjaweed to our doorstep, bringing the military to our farms, to our villages, if you are involved, you better look for a place to go. You better look for a place to go. If you are one of those, it doesn't matter if you're a governor. It doesn't matter if you're a minister. It doesn't matter if you're a lawmaker. It doesn't matter whom you are, a member of Ohanes and Igbo or elite, whatever you call yourself, and you are part of those who are bringing the Fulani Caliphate in our land, who are bringing the Janjaweed military to kill our people. Watch it. After 15th, your life will never remain the same. After 15th, we will not cry again. Your life will never remain the same. It is not a mere hearsay. Watch and see. Let us continue to pray for Biafra land. I pray for Biafran people. Anybody that's in Biafra land, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every single Biafran in Biafra land. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. We will continue to prepare. We will continue to fight until the last man standing. They cannot deter us. Already we know their gimmicks. We know their gimmicks. They are trying to break Biafran people down. The Janjaweed is trying so hard. The enemy that we are dealing with, we know them. They are very stubborn, very wicked enemy that doesn't have any consideration. The enemy that we are up against, they are rich, they have the money. But the most important is that they are wicked, very heartless, very heartless. They can never negotiate until when you use force. And of course, after the warning have been given to them to leave Biafra land from now to 15, they will not adhere to it. But Biafrans are going to enforce it. We will enforce it. And if you're one of those who is bringing them to Biafra land, prepare to meet God. so that you can go and explain why you are betraying your people. You can go and explain why you have decided to take the life of Biafran people. We cannot cry anymore. We can't cry anymore. It has become much more clearer. If you are a Biafran and you are still sleeping, not only Biafran, if you are from the contraption called Nigeria, you are indigenous. This is the time to wake up. It is time to wake up. The time of liberation is this 2022. If you do not prepare to liberate yourself from this 2022, you will go into another slavery for a very long time. You will go into slavery for a very long time, and Biafrans are not ready for that. I believe my Oduduwa brothers are not ready for that. The Middle Belters are not ready for that. We don't only have to say that we're not ready. We have to act, and the time is now. The time is now. As they are unleashing all manner of attack, bringing all manner of propaganda, trying to buy up the people. This is not the time to go and take peanuts from the politician simply because of what you will eat. Let us go and fast once and for all. Go fast and go dry once and for all. Once and for all. Let us make that sacrifice once and for all, and let every indigenous tribe be free. That is what Mazen Nandekan is asking for. Freedom for all. Mazen Nandekan wasn't fighting only for the Igbos. He wasn't fighting only for Biafra people. He's not fighting only for the Southerners. He is fighting for every indigenous tribe in the country of Nigeria, in extension, for every black race. For the black race to be free, Biafra must be free. Today, you see what is happening in Ukraine. Ukraine is a case study, a very strong case study. You see the way the black race is being treated in Ukraine today. You see the way blacks are being treated in Ukraine. People who go there to study, people who pay their hard-earned money to the government, yet they are treated like animals. The life of the black man doesn't matter. As far as it concerns the white people, the life of the black people doesn't matter. There are so many Western world, people in the Western world, so many people who do not care about the life of the blacks. They don't care. Mainly the government of the world, the government in the West, they don't care. They don't care. Look at what's happening in Ukraine today. It is not just Ukraine. Every other country, including UK and the US, they don't care about the life of the black people. Why is it that they don't care? They do not care because black people are still dependent on them. We are still dependent on them. If the contraption called Nigeria had a good educational system, will you have that number of students in Ukraine? Up to 6,000 students in Ukraine from Nigeria. What does that tell you? It tells you there is no educational system working in Nigeria. The educational system is not working. And this is why we are calling for Biafra. When Biafra comes, we will have a nation. We will have a nation in Africa where you will have everything that you require to be a human. Biafra, we have a lot of scientists. We have a lot of scientists abroad. We have a lot of scientists even in Biafra land. We have scientists in Biafra land who have not been allowed to operate, who have not been allowed to develop. When Biafra comes, our scientists can be on their own and develop. Our students can develop themselves. Every black man in the planet Earth can come to Biafra land and develop themselves, grow to every height and be respected. Grow to every height. It doesn't matter where you're coming to. It doesn't matter your tribe. It doesn't matter your language. It doesn't matter your religion. Once you land in Biafra land, when Biafra comes, you will have that ability to excel to the level you want to. That is the nation we are working towards. And that is why every black man in the planet Earth has to be concerned about Biafra. Because the nation we are looking for is a nation that will liberate the black race. We want to break that chain. We want to break that chain because the enemy that is holding us down is not, they are not blacks. The Fulani Caliphate that the British are using against us are Arabs. They are not blacks. They are not blacks. They are not Africans. That is why they don't have any nation in Africa. They don't have any country in Africa. They are wanderers. They wandered all the way from Sahel. Wanderers. Extension, where their root is found from Saudi Arabia. They are Arabs. They are not blacks. They are the people that the Britain is using to hold us down. That is why every single indigenous tribe in that country of Nigeria has to wake up. Join the Biafra people to fight for our freedom. We have to liberate ourselves. Liberate ourselves. If you don't want to liberate, including the Hausas have to wake up and liberate themselves. They have to take their destiny into their own hand. Because they are still facing much more destruction than any other tribe. Hausa people have been decimated. The only thing that is left for the Hausas is only their language. It is only the Hausa language that have been left. Every of their culture have been decimated. All their rulers have been taken out. They don't have any representation anywhere. Every organization in the north, every strong organization in the north is being headed by the Fulanese. How long shall the Hausas continue in their slavery? The only opportunity that the Hausas have to be free is follow the step of the Biafran people. Follow the struggle. Follow the same step. As Biafrans are calling for self-determination, join them and pursue the self-determination. Sign up for the self-determination. As the Yoruba people are calling for self-determination, Middle Belt are calling for self-determination. Every indigenous tribe in the country called Nigeria, you have to fight along. When you are fighting for yourself. You are not just fighting for Mazen Nandikano. You are not fighting for the Igbo man. You are not fighting for the Biafran people. You are fighting for your own self. When we ask for the freedom, you are not fighting for a man. You are not fighting for a Edo man. You are not fighting for Ishakiri man. You are not fighting for Calabar man. You are fighting for your own life and for your unborn children. That is why everybody has to be committed to the struggle. If you are a Biafran, we are one people. From one ancestral parents, let us continue to see ourselves as Biafran. If you are from the old southeastern region, the present south and the southeast with the lower Benue, we are one people. From one ancestral parents, we are the same people. If you are one of those who is condemning your brother, you better desist from it. If you are one of those who specialize on pointing an accusing finger to your brother, to what he has done or what he has not done, desist from it. If you're one of those who enjoys calling out tribes, instead of calling individuals, you are calling tribe. There are evil people everywhere. There are good people everywhere. When you see someone that is evil, call the evil man or woman by his or her name. Identify him by his or her name. Call her out. And Biafrans will identify such person and take him out. Stop demonizing a whole tribe because of one person. Stop demonizing a whole tribe because of your personal grudges against one person. That is what the problem we are having today. The unity that Mazen Nankan have built between the whole Biafran. Some people are bringing that dirty language back. The dirty language of Danjawid. When you see them broadcasting, some of them will see them lashing out at the Igbo Biafrans. You see somebody who claims to be a Biafran, you will be talking against the Igbo Biafrans. Even though when you know that Igbo Biafrans are the ones holding the struggle. No matter how you try to demonize them, no matter how you try to call them betrayer, no matter how some of them become loose, no matter how some of them sell their soul to the devil, they are still the people who are holding the struggle to today. Both physically, both spiritually, both financially, both in every action, they are still the people who hold it. But you still see some people be bold and be generalizing, talking. Some people will not have shame. Some people will still have the guts to talk against the Igbo Biafrans. You see some people will come out, they'll be talking against the Ijo Biafrans. They will talk against the Ijo Biafrans on their platform. They will talk against the Biafrans, the Efik Biafran. They talk against the Ishakris Biafran. They talk against the Kalabari Biafran. They will talk against the Edo Biafrans. What do you intend to gain in that? What do you intend to gain in that? Why are you wasting time talking about irrelevant things? What concerns us is to fight against our common enemy and those that support that common enemy. If you are a Biafran and you're supporting the Fulani Caliphate, you are automatically an enemy. We'll take you out. There are so many Biafrans who are supporting the Fulani Caliphate, who are playing the role of Fulani Caliphate, who are supporting Fulani, some of them knowingly, some of them unknowingly. If you are supporting the Fulani Caliphate intentionally and you're a Biafran, it doesn't matter your language you speak, it doesn't matter your religion. As long as you are supporting the Fulani Caliphate and you're a Biafran, you are equally an enemy and we'll treat you like the Fulani. We'll treat you as the Fulani Caliphate enemy. We treat you as them. We treat you as the enemy. It doesn't matter whom you are. It doesn't matter your tribe or language or what you speak. But I urge every of my broadcasters, every Biafran broadcaster, please desist from using that divisive language. Desist from identifying yourself with only your tribe when you're broadcasting. Identify yourself as a Biafran. That is enough. If somebody offends you, if you have a personal grudges against somebody, call that person out. Address that person as an individual. Talk against that person as an individual. Stop attaching tribe. Stop attaching tribe to your broadcast. Stop attaching tribe to your demonization of a people. There's no way you begin to do that and you say you're doing good. By doing that, you are using that divisive language. You are dividing the Biafra struggle. You are not doing good to the Biafra struggle. You are dividing it. Mazen Nande kind of have unified us together. Mazen Nande kind of have made us to see ourselves as one. Mazen Nande kind of have made us to know that we are from one ancestral parents and it is one blood that is flowing through our vein. Why are you bringing back that evil language again? Why? Why are you bringing back that evil language? Why are you bringing back that evil language? May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every Biafran person. Please, we have to wake up. And the time is now. Let us take our freedom in our own hand. Let us rise up and save ourselves. Nobody can do it for us. Nobody. Nobody can do it for you anywhere. It is you. It is me. We will come together to free ourselves. And the time is now. Wherever you are living in Biafra land or any planet Earth, call home. Support people who are sitting at home. Support the civil disobedient in any manner, in any angle of civil disobedience that you can participate in. Participate in it. Our brothers in the coastal region, we do not want the oil production in Biafra land to continue. Every Biafra state where there are oil pipelines, where they are dependent on our gas, we don't want the production to continue. We want to halt everything until Mazen and Kano is being freed. And Biafra is being freed. After Biafra has been freed, we can give them the oil free of charge. Mazen and Kano have said it. That when Biafra come, we will pipe oil to Ududua land, to the Middle Belt, to even the Janjaweed if they want it. We'll give it to them. But we want our freedom. That is the most important thing. And since it is that oil, the mineral resources that they're after, we will make sure that they will not take away the mineral resources from our land anymore. They're not going to take it anymore because they're taking it by force. When we get our freedom, if we choose to give them, we give it to them free of charge. Our Supreme Court said that, and he stands by his word. I believe him. He has never said a word and go back on it. He said it on his broadcast, and he's standing on it. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every single Biafran in Biafra land, wherever you are. Every Biafran in Biafra land, if you are in Biafra land, fighting tooth and nail for the freedom of Biafra, may Chukwu Okike guide and protect you. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect and secure every Biafran man and woman, wherever you are. Chukwu Okike will guide and protect you. Chukwu Okike will secure you. No weapon formed or fashioned against you shall prosper. Our Biafran brothers and sisters in Biafra land, children, mothers, who are paying the ultimate sacrifice to make sure that our land is being free, to make sure that the plight of the Biafran people remain on the front burner, to make sure that Mazen Nandekan is not being forgotten. As you are making sure that Mazen Nandekan is not being forgotten, you will never be forgotten. Chukwu Okike will never forget you. Chukwu Okike will never forget you. You will never lack. Anybody that is genuinely fighting for the freedom of their own people, including Odudua land, including Middle Belt, if you are genuinely fighting for the freedom of your people, you will never lack. You will never die. You will never lose your life as you are fighting the genuine cause. You will live to experience freedom. You will live to enjoy freedom. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every single person on the planet Earth that is fighting for freedom. If you are genuinely speaking up for those who have been oppressed, Chukwu Okike will protect you and secure you. Our brother Sunday Igboho, wherever Sunday Igboho is at this minute, Chukwu Okike will secure Sunday Igboho, give him good health, grant him freedom, so that he will come out and continue the struggle. Our student Martin Nandekano, wherever he is, may Chukwu Okike must send doctors to him, to minister to him, secure him and set him free. Every attack against Martin Nandekano, every attack, physical attack, spiritual attack against Martin Nandekano, from any angle, Chukwu Okike will destroy it. They will never succeed. No matter how they try, they will never succeed. The time for the freedom of Martin Nandekano is now. As you are fighting for freedom of Mazen Nandekano, you are equally fighting for your own freedom. That is why you must have to intensify in anything you are doing. Continue doing what you are doing to make sure that Mazen Nandekano is being free. You are fighting for your freedom. You are not just fighting for Mazen Nandekano. And no matter how they try, no matter the angle they come from, we will continue to fight until Biafra comes. We will never give up. Forward ever and backward never. Biafra, here we come. Remember, from the 15th of this month, we do not want to see any military operation in Biafra land. From the 15th of this month ongoing, we don't want to see any one of them. Every military in Biafra land have to vacate before 15th. After 15th of this month, any military operation in Biafra land, in our Biafra cities, you will have to go and tell God what you have done and why you did what you did. Because we have cried enough. This is the time for action. This is the time for action. The time for every single Biafran to speak up and act. And that time is now. Biafrans are now acting. Biafrans are waking up from all angles, speaking up from all angles. We have cried enough. They have killed us enough. This is the time to activate the highest level of self-defense. And watch out from 15 onwards. It can never be business as usual. From 15 onwards, it can never be business as usual. Biafrans are going to take up their destiny into their own hand. We will take up our destiny in our own hand and restore Biafra. It has now become more clearer that only we and we alone can free ourselves. What are you still waiting for? What are you still waiting for? Why are you still sitting back? Whom are you still waiting for? Why are you still waiting for order? Order from who? Order from who? Chukwu Okike Abiyama himself have given order. Chukwu Okike Abiyama have given order through his own children. Chukwu Okike Abiyama has spoken through our brother Simon Eba that we should rise up and restore Biafra. Rise up. Take the civil disobedience to the highest level. Take it to the highest level. Take the civil disobedience to the highest level. If you're sitting at home, sit at home more. If you're praying, pray more. If you're fighting, fight more. Economic sanction, take it to the highest level. Cripple the production, every production, oil production in Biafra land. That is the right way to go. The time is now. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every single person have shared the video. Give a thumbs up to the video and share the video to all platforms. Share the video to your family and friends. Share it to brothers and sisters. This is the time of redemption. Every indigenous tribe in the country of Nigeria, 2022 that we are in, is the time for you to redeem yourself. Biafrans are not looking back. Our freedom is sure, signed and sealed. No man born of a woman can take our freedom. Our Suda Mazin Nanikan will join us very soon. Every other indigenous tribe in the country of Nigeria, prepare to free yourself. The time is now. Prepare to free yourself. Nobody will free you. Nobody anywhere will free you. It is you and you alone who can free yourself. Share the video to all platforms. Share to family and friends. Share to any group where you belong. And also give a thumbs up to the video so that people can watch and see. Thank you so much for watching wherever you're watching from. I will see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Whatever update that comes, I will always bring it to your doorstep so that you can hear. Today, the stage that we are in is the stage of complete total civil disobedience, and every Biafran have to be engaged in it. The enforcement will be done by Biafra people. We don't only say about it, we fought it. And self-defense has been activated to start the implementation by 15, from 15 onwards. 15 going on, except if the military pull away from Biafra land. Except if the military pull from Biafra land. If they don't pull out, every single politician that is supporting them, wait for it. Biafra land will swallow you. You will not live to tell the story. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, see you tomorrow. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.